Good morning. Right, so this is day 3. We are on day 3 of the 5-day challenge. And today, so we talked about controls, we talked about thinking of others, being in control, and today is about rules. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the way that I work on the basis of 3 core pillars: mind, rules, self. Nice little phrase, but it starts off with working on your mind, because that's the place where all the mess is, like all the overwhelm and the can't think straight and the fog and all of that drama. And you need to start there. And we work with neuroplasticity, and that's kind of where I started with being a hypnotherapist, and very focused on mind. And it's a great place to start. And sometimes people just stop there. Nothing wrong with that. However, in my experience and in my menopausal journey and sharing menopausal journey with others, there's another piece, and we'll come on to the third piece, which is self, tomorrow. But the middle piece is rules. Once you start to unpick what's going on in your mind and start to make some little shifts, with that, what am I really thinking about? What am I filling my head with? Where am I in this? The thinking of others, and then thinking about the control, like letting go a little of some of that control that we feel driven to have. I've got to be in control. And then we get to today. So today is about those rules. And you might think, what rules? What rules, Shirley? What rules are you talking about? I'm talking about unwritten rules that you are living your life by, that you don't even realize are rules, and that you might think you have no control over. So we link back to control. You maybe think that other people create those rules, or that they aren't rules, that's just the way life is. And I want to challenge you on that. And you must, no, there's no must, you choose. You're here on this 5-day challenge. A part of you knows that what you've been doing and how you've been feeling is not where you want to be. It's not how you want to be feeling. It's not working. There's something about this whole selfishness, this being more important in your own life, that it resonates with you. It's why you're here. So what are these rules? The rules are, let's give you some examples. It's so much easier. So in the workplace, for example, it is really common these days, and it has been for a long time, it's not new, to maybe go in early, definitely to work through any breaks or lunch hours, eat at your desk if you eat at all, maybe to leave a bit late or pick up a load of work and take it home with you, pick up phone calls related to work or business in your free time, respond to social media messages or engagement, or people emailing you in your own time, checking your work email before you go to bed, checking it in the morning when you wake up, and you haven't even gone into work yet. Those are the kinds of rules that I'm talking about. And you might think, well, what do you mean rules? These are not rules. This is just how my life is. But they are rules that you have constructed and become complicit in, and you maintain them and you uphold them. And that, in some part, this is probably where the most resistance lies. It's easy to go, oh yeah, I get that. Oh yeah, I do that. But you've got to do something about it. You've got to start unpicking those rules, because holding on to them and refusing to challenge them, going, no, I can't change that. Well, you don't understand my boss, my company. Do you think I've never worked for anybody else? I absolutely have. And actually, when you work for yourself, and if you're in business, you'll know this, you can create the same set of rules. You just replicate all of that stuff. You work ridiculous hours, you don't sit down quietly, you don't spend time with your family without checking your phone, without checking your feed, without checking your emails, without, I'm going to take my glasses off, without doing any of those things. So it isn't about your employers. We internalize these rules and we convince ourselves that there is no other way to do this because that's what we've always done and that's how we think the world rolls. But what we've actually done is trained ourselves and train others to expect that this is what we do and this is how it will happen. And people will fall into that really easily. That's fine. Oh, that's all right. Shirley always does that. No, Shirley's fine with that. She doesn't mind. She's okay. She doesn't mind working late. Oh, yeah. Can you just take that home? Yeah, because Shirley always does that. That's okay. She doesn't mind. Oh, Shirley will pick up that message. Yeah, ring her now. She won't mind. She'll pick up. Oh, yeah, she's with her family, but honestly, she always picks up. It's fine. People, I once worked with a coach and she said something which was very powerful. And it was relating to when you work with new clients. So you have to think about your family and your colleagues at work. They're not new. You have to re-educate yourself and them. And she said this, she said, doing something once is just doing something once. It's like, it's no big deal. It's just something you did or something you do. Do it twice and it's potentially a bit of a trend. Do it 3 times and you've trained someone that that's how it works. And you might think, no, don't be ridiculous. But actually it's true. So if, for example, someone asks you to do them a favor, like, oh, could you just do me this favor? You know, I'm really pushed for time, like they're pushed for time, and I've got to get this thing done. Oh, would you just this once? It's so helpful if you could just do this thing for me. Whatever that thing is, there's always something, isn't there? And every fibre of your being in that moment might be thinking, what, you're busy? Or you think I'm not busy? But instead, maybe they got a higher status, or maybe they just have that persuasive way that some people have, that it's really hard to say no to them, even though you really want to say no. And it may not even be because you like them, it's just somehow they make you feel like there is no other option. So you go, you smile sweetly and you go, yeah, okay. Or even if you don't smile sweetly, even if you harumph or roll your eyes, you still end up going, yeah, okay, put it there. Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, okay. All right. Yep, fine. You do it once. That's fine. But then maybe a week later, maybe not even a week, you know, you do that thing because you want it off your desk, so you get it done. And you're that kind of person, you get things done. So you think, oh, yeah, I've got all these other things to do, but let me just get this thing done for them and it's off my plate. I'm done, it's sorted. And that could be your children, your husband, your partner, or a colleague or a boss. So it doesn't matter who it is, but the point is you do it. And you probably do it quickly and you probably do it pretty efficiently. And then you think, oh, thank goodness. You breathe a sigh of relief and you think, now me. Now I can get on with my stuff. Except they come along again. They go, oh, yeah, I need this. Let's say it's kids now. But no, let's stick with the same example because it's important about this training people thing. So the same person comes along, or maybe they've someone else in your team or someone else in your department who knows this other person. This other person may have said, oh, you know, you've got too much, and they're going, oh, I can't cope, I need to get this project done by blah, 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 and the tech won't work, and this isn't happening. And they say, oh, you know, go and talk to Shirley because she helped me out yesterday, and she was really cool about it, and honestly, it was great. Ask her, she won't mind. Because she was fine when I asked her. So person number 2 comes along, same thing, same story, oh, you don't realize, and you go, oh, okay. And there's a part of you, and this is the danger with the rules that we set, a part of you that actually feels a little frisson of value. Like, thank goodness, at least people are recognizing my value and how capable I am. And look at me, I'm more capable than they are because they can't cope and I can. So part of that little feeling of recognition and value feeds into you saying yes again. So you say yes again. And the same thing happens. You probably get that done first, you get it out of the way. You're still feeling that little bit of pride. You kind of want to up your game even more because you like that praise. You feed on the value of the recognition of, look at me, I can get these things done and you can't. There you go. So you've done it twice. You know where this is going, don't you? So you've done it twice. There's a bit of a trend going here. So then it happens again. Same story. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. The same thing happens. And this time you're not feeling quite such a sense of pride or value in this recognition. You're feeling a little bit put upon. And you were the first time, and then you got a little bit, oh, you know, I am pretty good. Yeah, you're right. And now the third time you're thinking, hang on a minute. What is it? I'm coping with all this stuff. Why is nobody else in this team managing this? Why is nobody else in this family capable of doing this stuff? Why is it landing on my plate every time? And you're beginning to feel resentful. But do you say anything? No. You might do a funny face, you know, oh, really? Can you not do that? Like, you might even push back a little bit, but not in a meaningful way. You just kind of maybe complain a bit, put on a bit of a face at best. Or you're just one of those people that always smiles sweetly. Yes, that's fine. Inside, you're soothing with, but you do it anyway. And that's the point at which you are sunk. You've written a rule that says this is what Shirley does. And now everybody knows the game. Everybody now has read the rule book. Ooh. When you get overloaded with stuff, you can't cope, or when you need a lift here or a lift there, or a little bit of help, or finishing off this, or, oh, could you take my stuff to the dry cleaners, partners, because I'm really busy. Those kind of habits that we create become rules. They're not written down anywhere. You didn't knowingly or deliberately sign up to a set of rules that said when everybody else is too busy to do this, or when anybody else is stuck, or when anybody else just can't be bothered, default to you. You didn't write that formally in ink or put it in a document, but you did unwittingly sign up to it by doing it. So where am I going? You might be thinking, well, that's all very well for you to say, but if I push back, and this is, I've sat with so many clients, and I get this, who will push back and go, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's all very well you to sit there, Shirley, but you're not in my family. You don't know my husband. You don't know my children. You don't know the pressures they're under. You don't know my business, my work. I couldn't possibly. Really? That's the lie you tell yourself. But you unravel it in the same way you created the rule. And here's the biggest challenge. So this is called a 5-day challenge. Did you think none of this would be challenging? The first day, couple of days, I've been really gentle with you, going, not just think about this or think about that. Today is genuinely challenging. But you only have to pick one thing. So think of one, you know, again, we'll go for that corporate cliche, picking off the low-hanging fruit. Pick up one relationship, and it could be at home and it could be at work, something where you feel maybe a little more safety, a little more courage, a little bit less risk involved, perceived risk, okay? And just do things differently. So you say no this time. You don't have to shout, you don't have to be resentful, you don't have to justify. It's just a simple pushback. No, I'm really sorry, love to help you, I'm too busy. No, I can't do it. No, not today. No, not this week. No, you're going to have to find another way. So even if it's, you think, yeah, no, that won't work. I'm going to give you some examples from my own life, because it's always easier with examples. And you may think, yeah, well, you're a shit mother. You clearly are. This is not just being more selfish. This really is being more selfish. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it has to be. So I'm not saying I'm the best mother in the world. I'm absolutely not. But my son had to learn how to be resourceful because I wasn't willing to be available no matter what the hour, because he wanted to go out and come back at whatever time. I'm going to my friends and can you pick us up? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, but you know, I haven't got a car and I haven't, you know, and blah, 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 blah. I would go, no, you can't go. If you don't know how to get back, if there's no way to get back safely within a reasonable time, you know, I'm happy to pick you up at X time or whatever, but no, no, you can't go. You either come back at a time that I can pick you up or we can make arrangements, or you can't go. Not happening. And in the workplace, demonstrating, so we can sometimes prevent ourselves getting that next promotion, moving through those glass ceilings, and amplifying how bad it is in menopause when we are overwhelmed with all kinds of anxiety. I'm just mindful of the time. So I'm going to close off here. We think that we're demonstrating our value by taking on more. But sometimes what we need to demonstrate is our ability to look at the bigger picture, to say no, to push back, to enable others. Not to demonstrate how brilliant we are, but to enable others, to not go, it's easier if I do it, I'll just go here. To risk someone doing it not as well, but enabling them by giving them the tools, by giving them the trust, by giving them the space, by not jumping in and always going, oh, I'll do it. Okay, right, that's it. So a challenging one today. It is a challenge, 5-day challenge. Rules. What rule are you going to challenge today? And you're going to have to trust me on this. Once you start changing the rules, other people start responding differently. 3 times. Just hold your ground. Don't justify. Stay calm. Stay mellow. See what happens and report back. So I look forward to, I'd like some of you to share what's going on, what's working, whether you think this is mad. Just share something. How is it going for you on this day 3? All right. Catch you later. I'll be available at 2 o'clock for any Q&As, anything you want to share or ask. And other than that, good luck. Have a great day. Bye for now.